You wouldn't be pouring your sauce all over the chips, would you?
No, I'm a dipper. You know why? Because I love the segregation. I love it. I was like so close to finishing, and then this old bloke just goes, "Oi, mate, do the fog bit." And I was like, dick down a Dyson is class. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome back to the Critical Banter podcast, where we take the best bits from your favourite late night show and package them into a podcast. I don't know the new script. Senny, welcome.
I'm back, boys,
Hello,
after my trip. Should we acknowledge the fact that we are in Manny's house? Yeah. He's not allowed to record with us, but he is sitting right there behind the camera in the director's chair. Should we explain why, perhaps?
Perhaps we should.
Should we break the illusion of what's happened in today's episode? So, you know, we're recording this on a Saturday, but we have a guest on today, Luke Kidgell. But
famous Australian comedian.
Sorry, yeah. Let's give him the respect.
Yeah, absolutely. Big get from us, to be honest.
Very big guest. Great guy as well.
Blue check mark.
Yeah, that was.
Nice guy. He's got it all, really.
That is true.
And we're playing What is the Question with him. And we recorded that before.
I was trying to get to that. We did record that about 10 days ago. But we are going to release that this week, but we haven't recorded the log for it, so that's why we're here. And Manny was not able to join us for that recording. And so even though he's free now, for the sake of continuity, and so when Luke goes back to rewatch it and he'll be like, who the hell is that guy?
Who's this Asian bloke that's rocked up out of nowhere?
So that's why Manny is not here. But anyway, I did miss last week's episode. I was up in Brisbane and I caught a plane for the first time in about 2 years. And I have to say, it felt weird. I forgot how to behave on a plane. You know what I mean? Like I used to be a good flyer. I used to know what to do, but now it's gone out of my system. But I feel like everyone else is still the baboons that they used to be.
Aren't you in business class up with the classy folk?
No, unfortunately for domestic, there is no business. I was in lowly economy with the other chimpanzees.
So probably like 10 years since you've flown economy, really.
Yeah, it's been heaps. Yeah, it's been a long time, but you know, people have not changed. As soon as the plane lands, everyone's still standing up.
Why do they do that?
I genuinely don't
You're
understand.
in row Z, all right? Like, you're not going to get out anytime soon.
For one of them, I was in row 55.
Yeah.
There was 56 rows, and the person next to me still decided to get up. I'm like, brother, relax, sit down. It's going to be at least 20 minutes. And then I was in the middle seat. And there's that famous Jim Jeffries bit where he says, you know, the plane etiquette, where if you're in the middle seat, you get two armrests.
Both armrests, correct.
So aisle gets the aisle seat, like the aisle like space, and they get like the armrest, and window gets the window and a bit of armrest as well. These people gave me nothing. I was fighting for my life the entire plane ride. Literally, anytime they lifted their elbow, my elbow went straight back in there. Yeah. And I was having a mare of it. So I just gave up and I just folded my arms like this and just went to sleep.
No, I don't think you can give up with those people. You have to teach them a lesson. So like, because I think with the middle seat, right, depending on when the order of people come in, either way, you're going to have second dibs at least.
Yeah.
Right? So you're going to, because the guy in the aisle seat has not sat down or he's gotten up for you to sit down. So you're going to take the right armrest. That's guaranteed. It's the left guy you got to worry about.
You got to fight, yeah.
And that's when you got to get your elbows out a little bit. Just put some like pressure on him. No, he knows then he cannot move.
Exactly. Just let him know you're there.
Exactly.
It's like soccer. Just, get an elbow in early. Just let him know that you're there.
So you didn't end up getting the two armrests?
No, absolutely not. It was a damn shame. And I hate it as well because for one of them, I was like you said, the two people were already sitting there and I was in the middle. And so I had to ask the guy to get up. And that man made a whole massive deal of it. Like I was a massive inconvenience to his life.
Really?
He's like, oh. And then to get up and I'm like, geez, relax, mate. Sorry.
How packed was the flight?
Literally packed.
Actually?
Yeah.
Because my brothers and my mum flew overseas and apparently there was 3 people on the flight. And so my brother had apparently the best flight he's ever had because he got to lie down in the 4 seats in the middle.
Oh, that's poor man's business class.
Yeah, exactly.
So the international I think is like that, but domestic, it was packed, dude. There's literally people in the cargo area as well. It was like so packed.
What?
No, I'm joking.
All right, those like stowaways.
Yeah, stowaways. But no, I went up to Brisbane and it's been a long time since I've been up to Brisbane. I got to say, they're low-key feral up there.
I think, yeah, Brisbane people.
Different breed up there. I could tell I was, as a brown person, I could already tell I was on the back foot.
Weren't you visiting another brown guy?
Yeah, exactly. So people giving us the side eye, stink eye.
No, they weren't.
Oh, getting a few looks here and there.
What do you mean?
2 brown guys walking in a majority white neighborhood.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. See, it's like they think it's a zoo or something. I've never seen anyone like that before.
But otherwise, yeah, it was pretty good. It was nice to get on a plane. Have you caught a plane yet?
I've not. I'm yet to catch a plane. I'll be catching a plane with you, I think.
Oh, yeah, true.
When we go to Melbourne.
True.
When is that? April?
That's in April. So you still got some time.
I got some time to prepare myself for the baboons on the flight and prepare my elbows before we get on. But I was going to say, do you go in Brisbane?
Yeah.
Is there crocodiles everywhere?
Nah, Brisbane was okay. If you go further up north, once you go like towards Cairns, Townsville, then literally all the like beaches and whatnot are infested with
Didn't
crocs.
you fly to Cairns as well, like the week before?
Don't break the illusion of that. Yeah, I did, but for the purpose of this story, I wanted to keep it as that was the first time I flew. When I went to Cairns, it was actually empty, so I had a whole row to myself.
Okay, so you've flown two destinations in 2 weeks. This must be nice. This must be so nice.
Yeah, so that was why my absence last week. But I do want to talk about something else. There is a real pandemic going on, and
it's not coronavirus.
And it's not corona. And this is why I don't want people to say we don't tackle the big issues here on Critical Banter. But I want to talk about the monopolization that Dyson have on hand dryers in bathrooms. Every fucking bathroom you go to has a Dyson hand dryer.
Which one are the Dyson ones, right? Because there's a couple of hand dryers that I've seen.
Yeah.
There's the ones that are at the hand level, where you put your hands down, and the air comes from both sides.
Yeah.
But then there's the regular one where you put your hands up.
Those I haven't seen those in a long time. It's the ones where you put your hands down and then you dangle them around a bit and the air just comes at you.
I don't even bother drying my hands.
Actually, I did see someone. Like, I'm going to out this person. I was in a bathroom yesterday and I saw a guy who come in with like a Deliveroo, like he was wearing the full getup. Man stood in the urinal next to me. Firstly, which was aggressive to begin with because there was 3 other free ones.
Stay away.
Got his wang out, had a good waz.
Yeah.
I went to go wash my hands. I watched this man zip up and walk straight out.
Fantastic.
Deliveroo.
Handling your food.
Handling your food. Disgusting.
That's why I don't tip, boys. But well, first of all, right, I don't even rate the Dyson hand dryers.
What?
Because
it's sublime.
When I put them in, I feel like the water doesn't get out fully. Like,
yes, it does.
How long? And also there's pressure because there's usually only one Dyson hand dryer.
Yeah. And there's people lining up for it.
Yeah, you can't be standing there waiting.
No, you take your time, 20 seconds, 30 seconds.
No, I don't bother. I do the old wash my hands and then just on the jeans.
Oh,
see you later. It's far more efficient, I must say.
It is, but I just want to know how did Dyson get the contract for every single bathroom in every shopping centre and airport in Australia?
But you're happy with it though?
Oh, I'm absolutely happy with it, but I was just baffled. Like, where's the other hand drying companies? They've fallen behind.
I can't even tell. Fujitsu, do they do?
They do air cons.
Yeah, but do they do hair
That's
dryers?
Mark Taylor, bro.
They must do hand dryers as well.
They're just all
air.
So what? Like LG, they all must. Actually, yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
But why is it Dyson? That's what I want to know. Can a Dyson representative please reach out to us and explain why their monopoly is okay?
What about Dyson vacuums?
I don't
Dyson
believe in that.
appliance?
Nah.
Really?
Just fundamentally don't believe in that. Just get a normal vacuum. What's the difference? The Dyson ones are so small as well. You got to like continuously like.
Actually, what is the benefit of a Dyson vacuum? Because I have a Dyson vacuum at home and everyone seems to like just want Dyson products. Like we bought a birthday gift for someone, Dyson Airwrap, $800.
That was a doozy.
What does it do?
No idea. It's just like a normal hairdryer, isn't it?
Just
you can buy one for $50.
curls your hair every now and then. I saw it. There's like they have this Dyson fans and all it is, there's no like blades. It's just a circle.
It's just that is pretty cool. That tech is pretty cool.
I really don't understand how that works.
Neither do I. It's pseudoscience to me. It's black magic.
But then I saw at Target or Kmart actually. There was a fan selling for $4.50. Deal on Ozpark.
Like with the rotors and everything?
Yeah, with the rotors. I'm saying,
nah, it's old technology, dude. You got to move on with the times.
Maybe, but I do want to know like how Dyson has had a grip on just everything air related.
Please, I'm baffled. It is, yeah.
Alrighty, boys. Today we are joined by a very special guest, but of course, as always, we do a bit of a run through because we're defined by our numbers. 85,000 Instagram followers, co-host of the Luke and Lewis podcast, 74 shows over 7 months. With this show, cheers to that coming up very soon. 950k TikTok followers. Please welcome to the podcast, Australian comedian Luke Kidgell. Welcome, mate.
Thank you very much for having me. What an intro. I feel like you shouldn't be congratulating me yet for shows I haven't done. Like, you're like, oh man, he's doing so many shows. Like, That's the plan. But,
Yeah.
I could just be like, nah, you know what I mean?
True. I went down, I was counting all the shows that you were doing, and it took me like 5 minutes because you're basically doing them everywhere.
I think we've just added another one yesterday as well. Oh, when did you count? We added Alice Springs last night.
Nah, missed that. let me do that again then. 75 shows over 7 months.
Thank you very much. I still haven't done any, but God, we are very ambitious. So that's good.
Beauty. Well, Luke, we ask every guest this. What is your rarest moment?
Yes, I've heard this question. I was excited to get it. I feel like when I wake up, it gets rare, and when I go to bed, I think it's. I didn't know what to pick, right? So I think this is like. I don't even think it's that weird, but everyone in my life thinks it's weird. I separate my food.
Please explain further.
I can't have like my tomato. Say if I've got like a barbecue, right, and I've got something with tomato sauce on it, I will not allow that to touch a salad or a vegetable next to it.
What about like a burger? Is that just completely off the cards? Just everything's touching. It's a nightmare.
Yeah, what's wrong with me? I love burgers. I don't know. If it's slapped between two buns, my brain doesn't have a problem with it.
Yeah.
If it's supposed to be separated, I don't know. So that's the thing I do. I don't know. I think this is everyone though. This is not just me. Whenever I get a chicken parma or parmi, sorry. It's,
Correct.
Good.
Well, no, incorrect, but I'm going to translate correct English to you. So whenever I get one of them, I have to get the chips out from underneath. I will not eat it until the chips are out from underneath. Is that just me?
That's just you, brother.
I've never heard. Actually, to be fair, I do have a friend who's also like that, like very anal about just making sure that nothing touches. So, like for example, like obviously sauce. You wouldn't be pouring your sauce all over the chips, would you?
No, I'm a dipper. But you know why? Because I love the segregation. I love it. When you get a little bowl, do not, by the way, cut that out of
That's going to be clipped up.
Luke Kidgell, I love the segregation.
Luke Kidgell talking to two immigrants. I love segregation.
Oh boy. Yeah, no, but I love that sweet little bowl of aioli you get. It separates it from the start. That way you can pick and choose how much you want. Oh, it's amazing.
Perfect. Yeah. Well, look, pretty rare. I'm not gonna lie. Like
the separation is no, but the fact that you're inconsistent with it, that you like burgers, but if it's on a plate, that's a no-go. That is quite rare, I have to say.
Yeah, that's not good. This is another one, but it's very niche. But it's not really rare. It's just weird. I am right-handed and I play golf left-handed.
Ambidextrous.
Yeah, you put that on the resume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of cricketers, like Mitch Stark is left-hand bowler.
That wasn't really a rare moment. Now I'm just bragging.
It's humble brag.
What's the handicap?
Cannot. No, I don't play golf.
Yeah.
Like I don't have a handicap. Like, I rock up and
hit balls and drink beers.
Yeah, I participate. I'm mainly there for the beverages, but yeah, just to get a bit of vitamin D. And I will look if you know what, guys, my hands are tied. You clearly want me to brag. I did play a round over summer for the first time in like 5 years, and I hit 3 pars.
That's pretty good. You take that every day of the week.
Yeah.
But I think Ro was asking, do you have any physical handicaps?
Yeah, I was going to make a joke about that. And I was like, you know what? After the segregation comment, I'm just going to leave that one to the keeper.
Committing hate crimes on our podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, well, let's get back on track. So, yeah, we talk about the shows that you haven't done and apparently may not do.
No, I'm fully planning to do them. Just like... With COVID these days, I just didn't want to get any accolades or any praise for scheduling in shows.
True. We can schedule some shows.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and I'm like, guys, congratulations, and then you just go, yeah, we're not going to do them, but God, it's great to have them on your website.
Exactly, 100%. But I want to know a little bit more about you, Luke, back in the day. Like, I suppose, when did you know you were funny? Was there a moment where you're like, because Sen has this moment. He tells us all the time. He's like, in primary school, I knew I was funnier than everyone else. Did you have like similar sort of did anything click for you?
I don't think I was particularly that funny in school. Like I look back on it now, I definitely thought I was. Like I was definitely like, oh yeah, man, I'm crushing. But I've got friends still that are like funnier than me, I think.
Yeah.
Like I don't think I'm the funniest guy in the friendship group, like when we're all out and stuff. But it's also pretty easy. I think it's really easy to be like funny around your friends.
Yeah.
Like, because that's the thing about comedy is it's almost why it's like hard to respect comedy because everyone's been like accidentally hilarious once.
Yeah, true.
Right? Like everyone's like made the whole friendship group laugh just once. So therefore, like when you get up there and do it on stage, like I can do this. It's like, and then I guess the skill is repeating that for an hour. It gets more challenging, but I don't know. To answer your question, I thank you that you think I'm funny. Firstly, that's a huge compliment. I don't know. I think I have a memory of my year 11 English teacher one day saying like, as like an off the cuff comment, she's like, "Oh, I think you should try stand up one day." But I don't think she was being serious.
Yeah.
And now she probably goes like, "Oh my God, I was kidding." Like, what you really took that quite literally and did it for 7 years.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not sure. Yeah, it must have been school. I was definitely like a show off, definitely like the class clown type of guy, but I don't think I was very good at it.
How did you get into comedy then? If it was, if you didn't take your year 11 English teacher's advice?
Well, it was the first year at high school. I was doing a degree in a Bachelor of Music Business. And the only thing I learned was there's no money in music. Thing to learn. It took me 5 months of the course to figure that one out. And then I went to the comedy festival in March, and I'd never seen stand-up comedy before. Like I was out of high school, and I watched Nick Cody's show, who's a great Melbourne stand-up comedian. And I think kind of arrogantly, like when you watch someone good do something and they make it look easy. I did that thing. I was in the crowd. I was like, I could probably do this. And it was much harder once I started doing it. And then I just went to an open mic like in June, 3 months later. I took like 3 months to kind of build up the courage / write a set. And I don't remember anything I said the first show. And I remember I got like 3 laughs, and that was enough to make me come back for round 2.
Nice.
And I just kept on doing that. And isn't that shocking? Isn't that arrogant to just think like, I'm funny?
Yeah.
I always think that whenever I see like a new open micer, like this is my first gig, I'm like, this bloke's got tickets on himself. Gee. And everyone did the same thing. Like all of us have had the thought before, like I reckon I could do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, well, speaking of like shows, I suppose, I was listening to Lewis when he was talking about only selling 17 tickets to a show in Gympie. And I was wondering kind of if you had any horror stories about your worst show or shows.
The first show I ever did, I mean, I didn't really consider it a horror story because it was on a Monday night in Newcastle back in 2017. I did a show to like 23 people, but that's good. Like I'm not, you know what I mean? Like a Monday night in Newcastle, I'd done like one viral video at the time of me ignoring signs.
Yeah.
I was shocked anyone showed up, to be honest. So, that was good. I don't know. I've had the comedy festivals, you always have a few like shows where, it might be like a Wednesday night. And especially in those first years, I remember I think one year I'd sold like 15 tickets or something. So I like begged some of my friends to come. So I was like, man, can you guys all come tonight? So like 15 fans that bought tickets like think I'm more popular than I am. And it worked a treat. I had like 25 people in the room. It was great.
Doubled your audience.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't consider that even a horror story, like not selling any tickets. Like often like they're some of the most fun gigs because like you can see people having fun. And if you acknowledge it and you still create a fun environment for those, few people in the room, I think even as an audience member, sometimes I like being in a room of like, oh man, one of the best shows I ever saw was with like 4 people.
Really?
At the comedy festival. Yeah. And it was the weirdest crowd. Oh, it was 6 of us. It was a friend of mine, Bart Freebarn's show, right? And it was on like a Monday or Tuesday or something like that. It was me, my girlfriend, this goes full circle, Nick Cody, and 2 other punters, right? And there were 6 of us in a room, and I've never seen a comedian still to this day crush that hard.
Really?
Like Bart, he's great. He's like a good buddy of mine, and he's so funny. And he just annihilated, like not even like in a way of like acknowledging the 6 people, or he just did his material and crushed. Like it was so weird to watch. It made me like just feel so insecure. Like, oh, great. I haven't done that well in front of 100 people before. So. I don't know. I don't think it matters how many people in the room. I would say a horror stories are like when people like heckle. Like, we had to kick a lady out of our show once in Port Macquarie. That was pretty rough.
What did she do?
I was on the regional tour Lewis and I did together, and she just wasn't a fan of some of the jokes we were doing.
Right.
They weren't particularly that edgy.
Was it segregation based or?
No, it wasn't. Again, I'm far too white for this conversation right now. No, it was something to. I had a joke about how people always used to tell me that I look like the guy who plays Stephen Hawking. And I do. Like, it's an actor named Eddie Redmayne.
Eddie Redmayne, yeah.
And he's the guy in Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. He's in Les Mis. I do look a bit like that guy. And I used to joke about people. A girl came up to me once on the train and said, "Hey, you look heaps like Stephen Hawking," but didn't say like the actor. She just said, "You look like Stephen Hawking." And I had a joke about that. And I did that on stage. Like, I've been doing that for a year at this point. No one had any complaints.
Yeah.
And then, this one lady just didn't like it. And Lewis said some stuff. And then she kept interrupting and yelling. And then it was really unfortunate. It was just a bit sad. We just had to kick her out.
Yeah.
And then the people who she was with, like, they were really nice guys. And they were big fans of us as well. And they were super apologetic and quite embarrassed. And it was just like a really negative thing. Although we did play, like, our tour manager played the nah.
Classic, yeah.
On the way out, which was probably a bit overkill in hindsight. But yeah, I would say that's probably like the worst thing that's ever happened. I had a pretty bad heckler at my Perth show. We almost kicked out. I did the biggest show I've ever done last year. It was unreal. I got to perform at the Regal Theatre in Perth. It was like 1,000 people there. I've never done a show that big before, like even probably the biggest by double. And there's always going to be one person out of 1,000
Yeah.
that ruins it, right? And for some reason, I was on stage and I realized halfway through the set as I'm dealing with this heckler, I was like, we don't have security. Like, it's just me, my girlfriend, and like a few ushers who are like working part-time in between uni. I was like really like thinking to myself, I was like, I don't know if this escalates, like, do I have to just fight them? I was like, what's going to happen? So I probably should have kicked them out, but I didn't think I could. So I was like, I just let them stay. So that was probably the worst stories. But man, overall, after 7 years of doing it, I feel like I've had a pretty good run, really.
Nice. That's sick. Yeah. I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
I was going to say, like, maybe instead of kicking them out yourself, you just rile the crowd up like a mob and just lynch them, just send them out packing.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Like Nick Kyrgios style.
Yeah, Nick Kyrgios style. Get out.
Yeah, that's pretty good. And then if like someone gets hit on the way out, I give them the microphone.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with that situation. I think just like, I was just like, I tried just being funny, obviously, but then there's always that point where it becomes not funny. Because like then other people in the crowd are like it got to the point where like it's Perth, so people are pretty rowdy anyway.
Yeah.
And people just start like turning and going, "Shut up!" like in the middle of the show.
Jeez.
I was just like on stage, I was like, Jesus Christ.
That's aggressive.
But yeah, I couldn't even understand what this like lady was saying. Like she was just like mumbling, and I was like, I don't speak Perth. Like translate what you're saying. Like this is crazy. But other than that, I've really had a great run. No complaints, really.
Out of interest, I was wondering, right? You started in radio, now you do a podcast, like with Lewis. How has your relationship evolved, I suppose, over time?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely one of those things where we actually met doing stand-up. So we were originally just doing gigs together. We used to do this room called Shisha Comedy. It was like a Shisha bar full of like old Arabic people.
Yeah.
And a few young people too. But they were like, it was so hard to get laughs. It made us all much better. I went every single week for 7 months straight.
Wow.
Every Tuesday we'd go. And just because they all had a shisha pipe in their mouth, it was really hard to make them laugh.
Yeah.
And also, if you were crushing, you just hear coughing. Like if you did a good joke, it wouldn't be like ha ha ha. It would be like old Arabic men like heaving up their guts. I'm like, it just like the whole room just smelt like yogurt and just like smelled like licorice, pretty much, or mint or whatever flavor was going on.
Blueberry ice.
Yeah, I used to come back with a really sore throat like after every Tuesday.
Secondhand smoke.
Yeah. And there was this old guy there called Mr. Shafiq and stuff. It was just like such a great Mr. Shafiq. He used to sit the same. I wonder if he's still alive. I have no idea. But he used to sit in the same chair every day and just heckle us.
Wow.
Yeah. And there was this other comedian, Michael Schaefer. He's very funny. Who's Jewish. and he wasn't a big fan, right? And he would give Michael just so much shit, just like about his religion and like everything. It was wild. It was like the Wild West.
Yeah.
But it was all love. Like it was all, everyone was having fun and stuff. So that's how we met. Then we like started on radio. We started doing videos together. We probably knew each other for about a year and a half, probably 2 years even. And I was opening for Lewis, like when he was much bigger than I was. And I was like coming on the road with him and opening all his shows. So I would say we were friends for about maybe 2-3 years before we got on radio. And then since then, we've gotten a lot busier. So we do still try and hang out. Like we always try and make time to hang out just as friends rather than always making content together. Because I think that's super important. Like you guys probably find the same thing. Like you got to, if you're not actually friends with someone, then it's hard to like make good comedy with them. But yeah, like we're naturally just, we gravitated towards each other as friends at the start. I think we have a lot in common. We're so different, but like we have like the same goals and same mindset, same work ethic and stuff like that. But personality wise, like we could not be more different. He likes Warhammer and I like drinking beer. It's crazy.
I love it.
It's very funny, like, and everyone knows it. It's kind of almost the appeal of our relationship in a way. Like, whenever I'm like, I was out at a nightclub last weekend, and this guy taps me on the shoulder, and he's like, and I was with Keelan, who also works on the show. And he's like, Luke and Keelan, oh my god, like come over here. He's like, where's Lewis? And I go to answer him, being like, oh, he's not. And he goes, nah, I'm kidding, boys. He's at home reading. All right, have a good one. People just kind of know, like,
Yeah.
what to expect. But yeah, I mean, we're still great friends, and we obviously see each other all the time, and. Yeah, over COVID, I left for 7 months, so I didn't see him for a while last year. He was stuck in a lockdown, and I was touring. So it was definitely tough. Definitely the most challenging year for us was last year. But since we've been back, it's it's been great.
Beautiful. I wanted to know, what is the fog joke, and can you reveal it to us here?
I absolutely cannot, as I do not own the fog bit. I am just the performer, the fog bit manager. It's a 10-figure plus bit, we reckon. So
is it?
I'm going to be revealing it on a podcast until we monetize that. But I actually, so the fog bit, for those who don't know, is a routine of stand-up comedy that I have that I wrote 3 years ago that was no good. I tried it at gigs, couldn't get it to work. And I was just going to scrap it. I was like, maybe it wasn't to be. And that's happened sometimes. You just think of an idea, it doesn't hit, or it's hitting hit and miss, and you're like, you know what? Maybe not. And I never put it in a show. And then Lewis believed in it. All these other comedians I knew like believed in it. And turns out I was wrong. It just needed a fan base.
Right. Yeah.
Which all great stand-up bits need a fan base, you know? So then Lewis told everyone on our podcast to chant or yell fog bit every show that I do. And literally every single show I do, that's all people yell.
It comes
like
up.
I walk on stage, and it's been 2 years now. And I've done gigs to like 4 people at open mic nights in like a dungeon in Fitzroy before. And like one of them's been like, just do the fog.
That's all I'm here for.
One time I was doing a corporate gig on the Gold Coast. Like just 70-year-old lawyers, like not my demographic at all. Like, and I was like, had to do 20 minutes. I was like 17 minutes in. And then this like old bloke, I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. No one's going to say it.
Yeah.
I can just do my time and leave. I was like so close to finishing. And then this old bloke just goes, oi, mate, do the fog bit. And I was like, what? I was like, how do you know this? And he's like, me daughter watches you on the talk tick.
Yeah.
I was like, Jesus Christ. So yeah, it haunts me to this day. And recently I made an announcement on the show a couple of weeks ago that I've officially retired the fog bit.
No.
But here's the thing. I don't own it. Lewis owns the rights to it now. He popularized it. He's the manager. He's my lawyer. He thinks there's more money to be made. So he's actually auditioning other people currently to perform the fog bit. So he thinks he can replace me, but mate, he's going to come crawling back.
I love it.
For sure. It's all about the delivery. It's not just the words. It's about how it's said.
The execution.
Yeah, it's about the story behind it,
Beautiful.
So look, good luck to Lewis, though. If he thinks he can replace me, then good luck to him. I see that figure dropping to 6 figures. It'll still be worth a lot, but not that much.
Not that much, yeah. Dramatically dropped in value.
No, I was just going to say we're going to have to find like some pirated version of it now, like a bootleg version.
Well, there really isn't any versions of it. Look, at the moment, look, if Lewis approaches me again, and maybe we can talk cash, we can talk money. If he can get me out of retirement, I would consider it. But yeah, I just honestly, if someone yells at another show, I think I might have an aneurysm. Which they will. People still will yell it, but now I'm just gonna disappoint.
You're just gonna kick him out. Just send him home.
Yeah, I actually after I announced that I was retiring from the fog bit, we actually got 4 emails asking for refunds. But that's to be expected. That's the power of the fog bit.
That's so good.
It's just a creative decision I made, but it's not going to please everyone.
True. All right. Final question, Luke. We'll wrap it up, but it's a quick would you rather. So would you rather go around in the ring with Mike Tyson today or be punched in the face by a random bloke at a nightclub in Darwin?
Ouch. Flashbacks. So that happened. The second one happened. I'm feeling good today. I'd actually rather go around in the ring with Mike because I'm assuming Mike would be high right now.
Yeah, that's the one.
Seems like when he's not training. Actually, that's not true. Actually, I don't know. Honestly, the guy who punched me was like 6'4", pretty big dude.
Yeah,
probably didn't have the same level of boxing technique as Mike, but at 2 a.m. when you're blind at a Darwin nightclub, it feels like Mike Tyson's hitting you in the face.
How good. All right. Well, thanks so much, Luke. We'll wrap it up and we'll see you back for the game. Alrighty, boys. Game we're playing today. What is the question? As you know, I've got a couple of questions here. You just got to give me the answers to. The best one wins. And Sen will be going head to head with Luke.
Oh, God.
All right, here we go.
Oh, no, me, oh, God.
It's like
both people are very stressed here.
That's how it works, though. Unfortunately, that's the game. All right, we'll go first. Sen, you can go first. Luke, you can go next. The answer is 2 a.m. What is the question?
Boys, I think the question is, what time does SBS decide to air softcore French porn?
Yeah, true.
That's good. My question is, what time did I write this in my notes? Luke, if you ever have a joke about fucking a vacuum, make sure to say dick down a Dyson. The answer is 2 a.m.
I mean, it's catchy, to be fair. Like, unreal.
By the way, very long question.
Yeah.
Late night thoughts.
I'm going to have to give it to Luke. Dick down a dice in his class.
Dick down a dice.
Wow, that has never been said before. Those words have never been said in that order, and we all just experienced it. Dick down a Dyson is class. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
How good. All right, the next one. The answer is 9 months. What is the question?
I think the question is, when is Sydney expected to get its next shipment of rat tests?
We're going to be waiting a long time.
That one's more factual, to be honest.
Yeah, just straight facts. Actually quite sobering.
Started off really strong with that one. God, everything is being like, don't say, how long does it take for babies to be made?
When in doubt.
I think that's fine. I got nothing. I'm sorry. You win this round.
Thanks, Luke.
Just a gimme. To be fair, both factual statements.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the fact that Sen's kind of depressed me more means that he may have this, to be honest.
Yeah.
1-1, heading into round 3. The answer is 1 hour. What is the question?
I think the question is, how long have I been parked in the no stopping zone outside for the recording?
Get out of there, dude.
Geez, you should move your car. The question is, how long should have I probably spent preparing for this segment?
And with no preparation, Luke still is up 2-1.
Fair enough.
Oh, dear me. All right. The answer is 42. What is the question?
I think the question is, how many times did I watch 2 Girls, 1 Cup this morning in preparation for this interview?
Are you serious? No wonder you were late.
Had to get the last one in.
It's like, the answer is, how many minutes should I have spent preparing for this interview?
Yeah, I know. It's the same question. How many minutes? 42. That is a good answer. Oh man, dude, I got nothing.
Pass. Luke's got a pass.
How many nipples does Ro have? I don't know.
It's actually 41. Thanks, Luke. Come on.
Oh shit.
Don't undersell me. Sen takes that because of a default. But
the best kind of victory.
yeah, you take
There's
that.
been a few forfeits on my end on this game.
Alrighty. The answer is Tom Holland. What is the question?
Before we started, Luke said he didn't have one for this. And I said I also have a terrible one for this.
I should have said I didn't have one for the whole game, but I'm still, it's still even. So I want to hang in here.
I've got a really dumb one. It's, what is Thomas Netherlands more commonly known as?
You can't be doing that.
Is that his real name?
No. It's just a joke on Holland and Netherlands. It's a terrible joke.
Yeah, right. Oh, dude, I'm so dumb. I didn't even. That's actually very funny.
That's like your game actually, isn't it? It's like if
Yeah, we have a game called Do You Know?
that's the one. Do you know? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a game about rhyming celebrities' names. Essentially just the same as this, just backwriting
Yeah.
rhymes and explanations for rhymes.
I actually had a do you know, but I'll do it off air because I'm scared it's pretty shit.
No, just do it. Just do it now.
No, please do it. Allow me time to stall for this Tom Holland one. Yeah, go do you know?
Boys, do you guys know Ash Barty?
Yeah. Just won the
Just won a Grand Slam.
Australian Open the other day.
If she passed wind every single time she won a point, would she be called Smash Farty?
Good.
That's good.
Good one.
Probably save that for off air.
Excellent. Full props.
I would have gone with if she was assaulting her flatulence, she would be Bash Farty. But either one worked, to be honest.
Both excellent. Do we just pivot the game?
The answer to Tom Holland, this one not really funny, but it is revealing. Which Hollywood celebrity does Luke have a bit of a thing for?
Tom Holland, really?
I watched Spider-Man last week and didn't hate it. Zendaya, pick it up.
Yeah.
Tom's got it going on, dude.
Can I give no one a point? Is that possible?
I think we both don't deserve a point
For
there.
Tom Netherlands.
Tom Netherland was pretty good, I thought.
Alrighty. The answer is 50%. What is the question?
I think it is.
I've got one.
Oh,
Here we go. Go on.
we'll go with Luke first.
How many of these questions do I have a good answer? A good question for. Damn it, I stuffed that up too.
It's a bit confusing. Sen?
Mine's a classic. On average, how much do I overstate the length of my penis?
50%.
It's within the margin of error,
That is
believable.
It's a large margin of error. But,
Luke takes that one out. And then the next one is 120 sheep. What is the question?
Mine's again low-hanging fruit. It's what's the average body count for a New Zealander?
Dude, I was literally about to say that. That's unfortunate.
Oh, good. All right. Finish it off then. You guys, great minds think alike, apparently.
That was literally it. I was like, that's the one I had prepared. Like, that's the only one I had prepared. And I was like, I'll see what he has.
Oh, I love it. All right. The answer is KFC. What is the question?
Oh, easy. Dude, what fast food chain has fallen off like crazy?
Oh, that's a controversial opinion.
Yeah, man, I'm just out here spitting facts.
Why is that? Dude, I think the Colonel has only gone better and better over time. It ages like fine wine.
Have you had the new Crunch range?
I have not actually had the Zinger Crunch.
Oh my God. They changed the Twister, which is my order. They no longer offer the original. It's now a Twister Crunch. They replaced tomato and all that goodness, the sauce and stuff with coleslaw.
Oh, okay. That is, yeah. I
That's
can
what
see.
the Crunch range is. It's just coleslaw and a burger. They're like, oh, let's just put cabbage and mayonnaise and fuck it up for everyone.
Yeah, that's not ideal.
Yeah. Should be called Kentucky fucked coleslaw. So you might have to beat that. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to swear.
That's fine. You can swear as much as you want. My question is, who first used the slogan "finger licking good" before Jeffrey Epstein?
Yeah, he was the Colonel.
Colonel.
Just a nice pedophilia joke to finish off.
Finish us off.
Excellent. Nicely done.
I can't believe I just asked if I could swear. Really misread this.
Excellent. Well, I actually don't know who won.
I don't think anyone did.
I think it was a loss for comedy.
Yeah.
It was.
Our listeners were the winners for sticking through all of that.
True.
You know who didn't win? New Zealand. That's for sure. But Tom Holland though probably took the win there. Actually, I admitted a pretty hectic man crush. Really trying to decide between him and Ryan Reynolds. People always say it's him. Man, I think I just have a thing for superheroes. Hey, Gal Gadot. Oh, goddamn. By the way, I'm very heterosexual. I'm definitely heavily implying that I'm bi. I'm not. It's just Deadpool and Spider-Man, dude. Those, man.
They do it for you.
Oh, the charisma of Ryan Reynolds. Just, I envy that man.
Fantastic. And with that,
And on that
I know
tangent,
this is not part of the segment. But I just feel like I had to say that.
how good. Oh, man. All right. That's done. We'll end it somewhere at some point there. No dramas at all.
I just gave you a great title. Luke comes out.
yeah, that's perfect.
Clickbait for sure.
All right, boys, that brings us to the end of the episode, and a massive thank you to our guest today, Luke. Luke, where can our listeners find you?
You can please don't come to my house. You can find me online. Look up my name. I got a YouTube, TikTok, all that, and and come see my show. I'm touring the whole country. So if you live in Australia, I'm doing every major city and pretty much every regional town as well. I'm coming everywhere.
Yeah.
So I would love to see you there. As 75 shows, I'm sure there'll be one near you.
Yeah.
Unless you live I'm not doing Broome, so I apologise if you live in Broome.
Isolating our 2 listeners from Broome.
Yeah, I'm out. So yeah, LukeKidgell.com for tickets. I'd love to see you at a show.
All right,
Beauty.
There you go. 75 shows. No excuse not to see Luke. If you want to find the rest of our episodes, you can find us on Apple, Spotify, or YouTube, and also check out our TikTok.
You know how, just quickly, you know how you say like no excuse?
Mm.
Mate, people find them. Like I do 17 shows. Like this year I'm doing 17 shows in Melbourne.
Yeah.
Like every night for 3 weeks. The amount of people that are just like, oh, I think I'm washing my hair that month. Like, you have no idea.
Come off it.
They're just like, I'm super busy. And I'm like, really? On a Tuesday? Like, yeah.
Do they ask you to change the show just for them? Surely not. They're not emailing you and saying, do another one, please.
Oh, yeah. Oh, dude, mate, people say anything. Like, people are
Really?
like, hey, I can't come that night. Me and my friends can't come. Fancy adding another Wollongong. I'm like, if I just did that for every place, like, there's only 365 days in a year.
Yeah.
I'm currently spending 75 of them doing shows. Right? If I just keep adding them, like, I'm not going to have a show for the next year. But people pretty much want you to come to their doorstep and perform for them and their dog. It's
Yeah.
pretty much the vibe. And I love it when people go like, hey, mate, can you come to like, Redfern? And you're like, can you not catch the train for 15 minutes, mate? Like, I'm performing in Paddington. Like, Jesus Christ.
Not
That's
convenient
a
enough.
walk. You can walk there.
Yeah.
Oh, Sydney's the worst one, though. Like, people don't even want to come from the other side of the bridge. They're like, mate, I got to catch the train. That's the whole thing.
It's a nightmare. Yeah, you get the stuck up
Yeah.
people though, to be fair. It's an interesting seems like an interesting kind of thing to juggle, hey, with all these
Yeah, as
people.
you said, no excuse.
Yeah. That's it.